Hello friends, welcome to another video. In this video, Sadhguru speaks about his childhood. When Sadhguru is asked whether his birth was an ordinary one, whether he was born brilliant, Sadhguru replies to this in a beautiful yet in a comical way. And in between the video, he also gives advice to everyone, like how we are restricting ourselves from doing great wonders. We have drawn a line, we are not trying to cross above it. So this is a video which is worth watching, and it is also very helpful. So this is a short highlight of the video. Please watch video till the end. Let's get into the video.
I'm fascinated and I want to know about your life. And I'd like to know that, were you just born brilliant? Did it begin from that very moment?
I was a normal birth, I didn't come in a box. My mother had a normal childbirth.
No, but, I'm from the movies and I can't help thinking, was it like it is in storybooks that a venerable sage came to your home and when he looked at your mother he said, "There is going to be born a guru, rejoice! He will lighten his own path and that of others."
You also going like this?
No, but was it like that? Or how was it? How was your childhood?
I don't think they all came to listen to my mother's labor pains.
No, I'm really fascinated, intrigued that we're all here. But, the way you think, we wait to hear what you have to say. We've all been little children and we've all grown up, but we've grown up and been educated in schools but I find our way of thinking, our way of being very conditioned, like almost systematized. So where did it all begin?
I think you're looking for something unnatural that happened there. One thing that could be considered unnatural was, it seems I was a very delayed birth. My mother went to the hospital 3 times and came back and she gave up, she said, "He's not coming." And when it actually happened, it happened at home. My father being a physician, that was not possible, she had to be in the hospital. 3 times she went and 3 times it didn't happen. They did everything possible and she gave up. So it happened at home. So that's the only reasonably unnatural thing, everything else was natural birth. I didn't come in a box and I refuse to be educated so the question that you're asking is, do people grow up and blossom or are they brought up by somebody? You will see the general expression is, I was brought up in this place, I was brought up in that way. Especially in the West you will see, I was brought up Christian, I was brought up Jewish. These are very common words. I think it's absolutely ridiculous and humiliating that a human being has to be brought up. You bring up cattle, okay? You don't bring up a human being. A human being is supposed to blossom by his own nature. That is why he is on the top of the pile, at least on this planet in the evolutionary scale. And most human beings don't seem to understand that, or they're not allowed to understand that by a whole lot of people and they need to be brought up. Bringing up means somebody is molding you. Molding means it's a predetermined shape. No flower that blossoms is the same way as another one which blossomed yesterday. But a mold means it's always going to be the same. If you make a mold, the idea of making a mold is that we want to have the same form again and again and again. Right now, generally, that seems to be the work, unfortunately, of the current education system, the so-called religions that are operating in the world, and of course the family. They want you to be in a certain mold. They don't want you to blossom like a wildflower because they're afraid of anything fresh happening among them. They want something that is familiar. They don't want something unfamiliar to be born among them. So, if you have succumbed to that system, then yes, you've been molded into a certain form. If you allow your humanity to blossom, then you will see you don't belong to any mold. This is the beauty of being human, that there is no a particular way to be. If you were a dog, you would be one way, if you were cattle, you would be one way, if you were a sheep, you would be another way, if you were a bird, you would be another way, a grasshopper another way. But to be human means there is no particular way. What is human is not defined, not described. It is just that. For every other creature on this planet, nature drew two lines. Within that, they have to play their game. For a human being, only the bottom line is drawn, there is no top line. But socially, people are trying to draw a top line for themselves. But nature has not drawn a top line for you, it's a limitless possibility. And this is what is freaking human beings right now, because they can't decide what they need to be. They're trying to be like somebody else. Only bottom line is set, top line has been removed. This is evolution.
But wait, we still didn't quite get to… So how was it when you were a child? Were you put into a school to go the systematic way, and did you keep up with it?
Do I look that educated? Don't insult me like that. Actually, when I go and stand in the line, in the immigration lines, and particularly in America, they look at me and say, "Can you speak English?" I say, because I have that uneducated look, it's not easy. Do you know what it takes to remain uneducated? Education is just 20 years of going somewhere and getting one certificate. To remain uneducated, it's very difficult. Because from the day you are born, your parents, every other adult, the school, the damn thing, everybody is trying to educate you about something that's not worked in their life.
And then, did you also, like we all went through these confused teenage years of not really knowing where we're going? I mean, did you clearly know your path?
Not at all. I was… right from 3 or 4 years of age, I was always a million questions hanging in my head. I have a question about everything to everything. Questions means very fundamental questions about existence itself, my own existence.
Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.